The international break is now over and Manchester United's first game back after the international break is against Brighton at Old Trafford. Now for me it's going to be a very tough game. Manchester United haven't scored a lot of goals. We've scored 5 in our last 4 games whilst conceding 7. So Manchester United right now we're averaging conceding more goals than we actually are scoring. You could say though that is also due to Manchester United not having the signings in time. Rasmus Højlund making his debut against Arsenal and hopefully he will be starting against Brighton, as well as Amrabat, Regulon and others that might be able to be involved in this game. But Brighton, they're no pushovers anymore. Under Zerbi, they've been absolutely relentless. They've been absolutely ruthless. Yes, European football hasn't started yet, so they're just going to be fresh. They're going to be the same Brighton we all know them as, and I think they're going to be a very dominant force, considering they've also scored 12 goals in their last 4 games and conceded 6. So there will be goals. I can't really say which way it's going to go. I'm going to hope Manchester United do somehow clutch the game and do get the win. But Brighton haven't kept a clean sheet so far this season, so that could be a positive that we could look at. But Manchester United have conceded a lot of goals and 1 more goal than what Brighton have so far, whilst not scoring many goals. So my predicted 11 for this game, it is going to be Andre Onana in net. It'll be Wan-Bissaka. I think it will also be Victor Lindelof as well as Martinez as the centre-back pairing. I can't decide whether it's going to be Diogo Dalot on the left or Sergio Regulon on the left. I'm not too sure. I will go for Dalot because I think Erik ten Hag likes to go with consistency. And as we know, Varane, we don't know if he's going to be back or not. Midfield, I think it is going to be Casemiro, Eriksen and Amrabat. I am adamant that's what it's going to be, but that's just my opinion. I think Amrabat gets his debut, as well as Bruno Fernandes is on the right wing, Rasmus Højlund through the middle, and Marcus Rashford on the left. Now, if it was up to me, I believe you should play Garnacho on that right wing, while Sancho is going through his little phase, you could say, and the Antony situation. I would like to see Garnacho on that right-hand side, but I just seen Erik ten Hag. He's played Bruno Fernandes on that right wing a lot of times in the past, so no doubt that will happen. And it could even help us shift into a 4-2-2 formation. I'll have 2 up front, 2 wide midfielders, and have the 2 holding midfielders breaking up the play. So for me, I feel like that this game is going to be very tough. Again, like I've said, Brighton are no joke. Mitoma, probably arguably one of the best players so far this season. Evan Ferguson got a hat-trick in his last game, but there are doubts over him, whether he's a fit or not. But when it comes to this game, I am a bit worried because United were at Old Trafford. Brighton did do a double over us last season, and Manchester United should be intimidated when it comes to a team like Brighton. They did the double over us last season, and yes, we did beat them in the FA Cup when it came to penalties, but that win wasn't very convincingly. And Brighton, they were better than us in both them games. They beat us in the first game of the season last season, beating us 2-1, and they scored an own goal, so we didn't even score. And then they beat us 1-0 on a last-minute penalty, which Luke Shaw handballed, which caused McAllister to score the penalty. So, yes, Brighton are a very good team. And yes, again, they changed from last season. But De Zerbi, I think that they can actually beat anyone on their day. But when it comes to Manchester United, I am also getting kind of confident whilst talking because Rasmus Højlund, I believe that he is going to be starting in this game. He's going to have his Old Trafford debut start, as well as Marcus Rashford, Bruno Fernandes. I think that all these players are going to have a better game. For me, Bruno Fernandes will be key in this game, and I hope he plays through the middle. I hope he plays as that number 10 advanced playmaker. I hope he's not shifted out onto the right-hand side, and that's just me being wrong. Maybe Sancho plays, maybe him and Erik ten Hag have worked out their differences, but I can't say. I'm just going off what I currently believe. And if Eriksen is to play, then who plays instead of Eriksen if Bruno Fernandes is there? I think it'll be Garnacho instead of Sancho, but that's just my opinion. But with Erik ten Hag, how does he step up with this game? Obviously, I think he goes with the 4-2-3-1 formation. Hopefully, as we are at Old Trafford, we can try and shift into that 3-1-6 formation and put Brighton on the back foot. But we know Brighton, Solly March, Mitoma, Enciso, João Pedro and Welbeck. their attackers are very dangerous. And let's not disrespect Lewis Dunk or Espinyan. Brighton have got a very good side, and Manchester United should not underestimate them because, like I said, we should be intimidated by Brighton because based on current form, they're better than us. And I do fear this game, but I am going to feel and I'm going to back that Manchester United are going to get this win because I think this is where we kickstart our season. Now the transfer window's shut, the players have had more time to work on things with Erik ten Hag. Yes, certain players went on international duty, but I think that now they've started to get settled in. I believe over the last few days, Erik ten Hag has been drilling into his players that this is what he expects from them against Brighton. I'm going to go for a traditional 2-0 victory for Manchester United, but I do think that there will be a lot of chances in this game. But will people score? That's the only question. Brighton haven't kept a clean sheet yet. Manchester United have, which was the Wolves game. So I do think that Manchester United could be a more passive type side instead of being very aggressive this side. I think that's the best way to do it. Be calm, be precise when it comes to your passes. And I believe Manchester United can exploit the wide areas of the pitch when it comes to Brighton's defence because I think that's where their weakness is. If you exploit them wide, then I believe Brighton can crumble that way. But that's just my opinion. That's the way I see it. But Zerbi is an incredible manager and I really look forward to this game. Let me know in the comments down below on what you think of the game. Let me know your score predictions, your predicted 11s, and let me know in the comments down below. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Take care.